18 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
Fight Night, only on DAZN.
Orlando, Florida. Orlando, Florida in August. It is hot, it is sticky, it is stormy. That makes it the perfect place to be the center of the boxing world tonight. We welcome you to Carib Royale, better known now as Fight Island in Orlando. Or tonight, we're going to make some history. The inaugural MVP Fight Night comes your way. 3 WBA title fights. Stephanie Hahn, the first defense of her world title, and she'll do it in front of Holly Holm. And then we're going to make some puzzle pieces fit atop of 154 and 112. The Puerto Rican sensation, the undefeated Yankiel Rivera, in his toughest taste against the veteran Angelino Cordova. And the young man they are buzzing about, Yoenis Diaz, his meteoric rise to the top will be tested by the European champion Abbas Barao. But wait, as they say, there's more. Most of you know Lucas Body for the viral knockout of all viral knockouts tonight. He's in a title eliminator against the former world champion Roger Gutierrez. And a banger, as we like to say, will kick off the first ever MVP Fight Night. The Golden Hulk, Ariel Perez, against the 209's hard-hitting Chris Avila. Sean, Dan, Antonio, between the three of us, we have combined for 31 professional wins, Golden Gloves, an Olympic medal, multiple light heavyweight world titles, and a win over Rocky Balboa. So you put together what we've all done, it's pretty good. Let's get started, gentlemen. We begin with the tail of the tape, and you cannot talk to anyone about Jocelyn Camarillo without them raving about the potential of this 21-year-old, undefeated as a pro, great amateur background. Our night begins. How better could it begin than with Big Mo?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to all of you joining us here tonight at the beautiful Carib Royale Resort here in Orlando, Florida. And we welcome all of you tuning in around the world on DAZN. Tonight, number 2 of this massive MVP doubleheader back-to-back weekend here at the Carib Royale. Following last night's Most Valuable Prospects 14, we now present to you the inaugural MVP Fight Night, headlined by Yankiel Rivera versus Angelino Cordova. 4 world titles will be on the line tonight, and there will be 1 world title eliminator. 9 total bouts on the card, and we begin our undercard prelims in the light flyweight division, scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds. All bouts tonight are promoted by Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian's Most Valuable Promotions in association with Amari Piedra of Box Lab Promotions. Introducing first to the ring, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Augustina Vasquez.
Fight at the Oculus at the World Trade Center in New York last month, which kicked off Taylor Serrano 3 Fight Week in New York. You guys, a big difference between fighting on Fight Week in those open public workouts and getting your shot here on a big stage.
And she fought Crystal Rosado really tough, too, at the Oculus. You know, Rosado is one of the prized possessions here of MVP, and Vasquez gave her some really good rounds.
And now her opponent fighting out of the blue corner, making her way to the ring. Please welcome Jocelyn Camarillo.
And some are unaffected by the big stage. Of course, that fight week in New York ended with the rivalry deciding victory for the future Hall of Famer Katie Taylor, who very easily could have ended up on the Irish national soccer team if her love of boxing didn't take over. Jocelyn Camarillo, she was headed in that direction as well as a teenager, but talk to anybody about her, and she has chosen wisely.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Caribe Royale Resort here in Orlando, Florida, we open our MVP fight night with 4 2-minute rounds in the light flyweight division. Our judges in charge scoring this bout: Rose Lassen, Jeremy Hayes, and Robert Hoyle. And our referee in charge when the bell rings is Michael DeJesus. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the beige trunks with pink trim, she stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. She weighed in at 106.4 pounds. Tonight, she enters the ring with a professional record of 4 victories versus 4 defeats with 2 draws. And she fights out of Buenos Aires, Argentina, introducing Agustina Vasquez. And now her opponent, standing across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the multicolored pink trunks with green and white trim. She stands 5 feet 1.5 inches tall. She weighed in at 107.6 pounds. Tonight she enters the ring undefeated as a professional, 4 victories, opposite no defeats. And she fights out of Coachella, California, introducing Jocelyn Camarillo.
Come on. Blue, come to the middle. The rules of total team in the locker room and in the corner. You both know who I expect. Everything looks good. Touch gloves if you want to. If not, go back to your corner.
They're pretty excited about Jocelyn Camarillo from Indio, California.
You ready?
Off to a great start at 4-0. She has looked very impressive. I always love this question, Antonio. When you're seeing fighters for the first time, what's the very first thing you're looking for?
I'm really looking in their chest right now because, you know, the chest don't move. You're looking at their head or eyes or something like that, they can throw you off. But right now, it seems like both ladies are right there, toe-to-toe, letting their hands go.
Good left hook.
Ooh, nice.
One thing's for sure, no feeling out process with these 2-minute rounds, and especially when we have a 4-rounder. So we only have 8 minutes of action, so there is no time. There's no time to waste.
And this is sort of like for Jocelyn Camarillo, it's like an audition, you know what I mean? Because out of the opponents that she did face, only one had 1 win. So this is an opportunity to show us what she's really about for us, her potential.
Imagine, guys, you don't have to be told to let your hands go when you only have 8 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
You would think.
You want to impress MVP here, because we're doing great things with women's boxing.
Best shot for Vasquez.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Vasquez's performance at that Oculus event on Fight Week, where she went the distance with Crystal Rosado and gave her some tough rounds.
Don't push, Red. Don't push, Blue.
Camarillo, the aggressor. Vasquez doesn't look uncomfortable in the corner. You heard her corner, excited about how she fought her way out.
Segundo, 10 seconds.
Low guard from Vasquez has cost her a little bit in this first round. That left hook found a home a couple of times.
You know what you did wrong, huh? Okay. You have good control, and you snap on it.
Here's a replay right there. A good counter right hand by Camarillo right there. And a good uppercut. Both ladies exchanged very well then. Camarillo's just going to continue to put that pressure on. I think a jab will do both ladies well going into the second round. That jab could really stop their pace and slow them up.
Looking perfect. Come on, you can control. Bottom top. Keep working bottom top. Stay on it. No waste the last minute. Stop on that. Don't go, man. Go. Prepara. Pa' segundo. Go. Work with the jab. Work your jab.
4-0 looks good. It always looks good when you start that way, but what it means is you haven't faced adversity and you don't know how to deal with adversity until you face it.
Absolutely right, and she's facing a young lady with 4 wins and 4 losses. That's 4-fight experience. Good right hand by Camarillo. It landed from a counter shot. And I love the way her punches are impact. And she's not wild with her shots. She's throwing them straight down the pipe. I love that.
And a really torrid pace in the first round. Camarillo threw 82 punches in just 2 minutes. Put that
That's
in
a
3
big
minutes.
number.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice left hook. Good step around. She's looked like she's doing angles.
In this round, we're seeing Vasquez kind of be first here.
See, right now you see Camarillo, she's pulling with that jab. But as she get more experience, she's going to be stepping in with that jab, because that's going to be able to snap her head back, and she'll be able to follow up with that right hand.
When you're a young fighter, when you're new, Antonio, how much can you learn on the fly in a situation like this?
Well, you want to teach your fighter to process it, because you can train for everything, but that's not guaranteed that the fighter's going to, cooperate. We do have an opportunity to go back to the gym and make changes.
If you're new to the women's game, you get a feel now for just how fast a 2-minute round goes. That fast.
10 seconds. Switch about campana, listen for the bell.
Good movement by Camarillo. Really nice movement.
Tenés con qué, hija. Por eso te lo digo. No tiene nada la tuya, tirá más cantidad, que tirá que ella trabaje. Tirá el cuerpo, acorralá y tirá. Si no pega duro, vos tenés que ir a acorralarla, hacer la combinación tuya, como vos decías. No busqué una mano, buscá cantidad. Tirá cantidad ahora. Lo que hace es que te pide hacer lo mismo. Velocidad busca, ¿vale? Tenés 2 rounds para revertir esto. Dale, que vos podés. No tiene nada. No buscamos knockout, pero tirá cantidad que la ponés en cabeza, no tiene nada. Repetirlo, vas a sacar. Third round. Tercero. Va.
Low left hand of Vasquez, and Camarillo has found a home as this fight has gone on with that right and the combinations now. Too quick. She's too quick.
Yeah, she's winning these exchanges. She's going down to the body as well. She's just quicker right now, Camarillo.
She's facing Angelino Vasquez, who's never been stopped. Even though she lost 4 times, she's never been stopped. And Jocelina doesn't have a knockout as of yet. If I was her corner, I'll be trying to push for the stoppage. Maybe she can do something that hadn't been done thus far.
How? What are you telling her to do to get that stoppage based on what you've seen for the first 2.5 rounds?
Well, right now, she's going to have to put hands on her. She's boxing well, but now we're in the hurt business. You got to be able to cause some damage with those shots, and that's probably what we want to see her. Hit her with a flush shot, maybe rattle with a hook, maybe even knock her down. We want to see that type of action.
Well, that's the one negative about the 2-minute rounds. It's very hard to score knockdowns, very hard to score stoppages, especially in a 4-rounder. So if I'm Camarillo, I just keep doing this. I keep scoring points. I keep being first, keep being active. She's on a torrid pace.
Absolutely right. And maybe that's something they can think about. Maybe that might enhance the ladies', knockouts or stoppages if they had another minute to compete.
It's a hot button topic in the women's game, but the 2-minute rounds do make for very exciting fights.
Just like we have it now.
There's some men fights that I wish were 2 minutes.
Right.
I'll bet.
So it is a debate.
Okay, breathe. Some water? Some more water? Yeah. You got 3 rounds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1.
One thing I've also liked from Camarillo, guys, is she's going to the body.
We're using
she got a
his
16-3 edge in body connects. So it's been a diversified attack for Camarillo.
And give Vasquez credit as well. She's hanging in there, and I like the way she started moving as well down the stretch in that second round.
We're seeing the evolution of women's boxing where Vasquez, for lack of a better term, would be like a gatekeeper.
Right.
So now we have gatekeepers in women's boxing too. That just shows you the overall health of the sport, because a 4-4 and 2 record, never been stopped. That's valuable as a B-side.
It definitely is, especially if Camarillo can get a stoppage tonight. That'll really look good on her resume. Good body shot. Clean shots being landed in the fourth
She's been
round.
sitting down on those body shots. That's one thing that we've seen here is she's landed 24 of her 77 punches have been to the body. That's a pretty good commitment for, in a 4-rounder.
Good right hand. Vasquez with a good combination. Good exchange right here. Ooh, good right hand.
Here comes Vasquez. Tell you, she's tough.
Both are landing very solid shots right now.
I wish there was now I'm hoping there was a couple more rounds. Just when we're starting to get warmed up, the fight's over.
Right.
But, they're just starting out their careers, especially Camarillo.
Maybe a little lesson to be learned in the final seconds of round 4.
Oh, nice move right there. Good combination.
Great finish.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Great right hand hook by Camarillo right there. And I just like her poise and, again, her footwork. She never really lost her form, but she took a big shot right there from Vasquez, so she has a chin, and that's going to be needed down as she moves up. But great 4-round decision, great win, I think, by Camarillo, man. She looked good.
Yeah, I had her win all 4 rounds. 40-36. I'll tell you, Vasquez will be back because I think she can provide opponents rounds. That's a very valuable thing.
It started with a dance, it ends with a dance.
Look at Benito Donaire in the corner of Camarillo. Was in the booth with us last night. He's a renaissance man when it comes to boxing.
we will see Agustina Vasquez again. I don't think there's any doubt. Big Mo will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 full rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Judge Hayes sees the contest 40-36, while judges Lesend and Hoyle see it 39-37, declaring your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Jocelyn Camarillo.
5-0. What round you think the judges gave?
They gave her a round.
4.
I don't.
The 4, probably.
The fourth round?
With those shots, yeah, at the end.
Go to the third was could have been a swing round.
And it's a little easier when you've already given 3 rounds to the first fighter. Say, all right.
Yeah. 254 punches thrown, Sean, in 4 rounds. That's a very good pace for Camarillo. Vasquez right behind her. But when you land at a 40% clip, you're normally going to win a fight. Sometimes
the stats are misleading, but that tells you the speed difference right there. That those shots, the volume was the same, but Camarillo's landed because she was quicker.
What's up? You gonna go with us and party out?
And she's with Sibley Scholes.
Are you? Oh, look who's here. Let back at the same time.
That's how you start off a fight night. You handled business. We are now, and still, you're 5-0. You got a smile on your face. Tell everyone how it feels right now.
It feels amazing. You know, I'm so blessed to even be given this opportunity and to showcase my skills in such a big platform like MVP. Huge thank you to Jake Paul, Natisa, and also Mike for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
I looked on your Instagram. I stalked a little bit. Your quote was, all the work for this moment. Now it's time to make a statement. Explain that statement that just happened here.
You know, I have a lot of doubters and people that saying that, you know, I'm just a pretty face, but I'm here to show you guys that I'm not, and I have skill, and, you know, I have the best of both worlds, so let's go.
Are the mics out? Thank you. Oh, our mics out now. Orlando can hear us. The fight night. Congratulations, and still, and I said she's 5-0 now. Anything you want to say to everyone here tonight supporting you, and to everyone who's just now finding out about what you got?
You know, if you're just finding out about me, I'm here to show you guys that I'm here to perform, and not only show you guys that I'm just a pretty face. You know, I'm here to put on the show, and I'm glad you guys are able to see me and, you know, see a little glimpse of me. And I'm always thinking, you know, my city, Coachella, for you guys. Let's go.
And we see Nonito Donaire in the back over there. I said he changed his shoes to come out here.
Hell yeah. You know, shout out to him. You know, he even told him backstage that, you know, he motivated me just being in my corner, so it means a lot. Thank you.
Orlando, give it up for your winner tonight, opening our MVP's first ever fight night, Jocelyn Camarillo. Congratulations.
Before you go.
That was everything it was supposed to be for Jocelyn Camarillo.
Most definitely. I think she gets back to the drawing board. She got to start working on a little bit of that power, because if she can start knocking some of these ladies out, that's even going to make her a bigger attraction.
At 8 o'clock Eastern on DAZN, the main card of this inaugural MVP Fight Night, which will end with the interim flyweight world title fight, which is a fascinating style contrast to try to figure out between Yankiel Rivera and Angelino Cordova. Everyone is buzzing about Joanna Tellez. Stephanie Hahn will defend her title with Holly Holm here to watch her. Lucas Body, who set the internet on fire with his viral knockout last year, and you don't want to blink when we get to the opener with Chris Avila and Ariel Perez. There's a lot going on at flyweight right now, but for the focus tonight is going to be on a fascinating fight, Antonio, to try to figure out with these two.
Man, both of these guys look in fantastic shape. I really like Rivera, man. I've seen him in action. I just say he's the Energizer Bunny, man. That's how he's bringing it non-stop.
And same thing with Cordova, too. The guy throws like 75, 80 punches around. A classic matchup here between a pressure fighter and a counter puncher. And a hot division like you talk about, which got flipped upside down when Ricardo Sandoval defeated Taraji last month. So there's some titles changing hands. These two want to get into the title picture. Should be a good main event.
That is our main event. We continue here from Orlando. And I'll tell you, these two almost went at it during the weigh-ins yesterday. This is Nat Dove and Randy Lynn Morales. It's the first time they're meeting, but they already have the contempt that comes with familiarity as they went face-to-face. As we check out the tail of the tape here, and Nat Dove, another highly regarded amateur, a U.S. amateur. To Big Mo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, moving along with this inaugural MVP Fight Night brought to you by Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian's Most Valuable Promotions in association with Amari Piedra of Box Lab Promotions. We now arrive at the super flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, making her way to the ring, please welcome Randy Morales.
We probably shouldn't have been surprised when Randy Morales started trouble at the weigh-ins yesterday. In her only MMA fight, she had 3 points deducted for eye pokes and still managed to squeak out a draw, which is even more impressive. The New Mexico native may not be undefeated, but you're going to know you were in a fight, which makes her the perfect opponent for an unbeaten prospect trying to learn on the job.
If she can pull off some eye pokes tonight, then she is very impressive with the gloves on.
That's multi-sport.
Yeah. Maybe a thumb. You don't want that in the eye.
Right.
You ever been thumbed?
I have, bro. It's nothing nice. It's nothing nice.
You know anything about MMA, to come up with a draw in a fight in which you had 3 points deducted is virtually impossible.
Upside down on scorecards.
And now her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, making her way to the ring. Please welcome the undefeated Nat Dove.
They call her No Love, and that's what she shows most people, is she is as Philadelphia as it comes, and it's nothing but a family thing. Her grandfather took her to the Front Street Gym when she was 11, and life's path was pretty much clear to her. There was a time a lot of American female fighters didn't have extensive, impressive amateur resumes because those did not exist.
Right.
Nat Dove now is the latest to walk this path.
She's fought numerous times here on Most Valuable Prospects. Kind of a mainstay for us, coming off of a tough draw in her last fight over Naomi Rodriguez, a fight that she believed she won. Never met a fighter that actually thought they lost. So, yeah, but she looks to get back in there, back into the win column tonight. Has a lot of great skills. Powerful. She's got some power in those hands.
That'd be cool once if one guy came up to you and said, you know what, I really got beat tonight. The judges really had it right.
Or one guy says, I really am in the worst shape of my life.
I had a bad camp, and I'm really happy the judges took it away from me tonight. To Big Mo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live around the world on DAZN for MVP Fight Night 1, we arrive at the super flyweight division scheduled for 6 2-minute rounds. Our judges at ringside scoring this bout: Jeremy Hayes, Efren LeBron, and Michelle Walker. And our referee in charge when the bell rings, Luis Pabon. And now, two warriors, one fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with pink trim, she weighed in at 117.8 pounds. Tonight, she enters the ring with a professional record of 5 victories versus 5 defeats, with 3 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And she fights out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico, introducing Randy Lynn Morales. And now her opponent, standing across the ring, wearing the multicolored trunks, orange, black, and blue. She stands 5 feet 4 1/2 inches tall. She weighed in at 114.6 pounds. Tonight, she enters the ring undefeated as a professional, 5 victories, opposite no defeats and 1 draw, with one of those wins coming by way of knockout. And she fights out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, introducing the 15-time U.S. national champion and MVP's own Nat No Love Dove.
Come on.
Okay, ladies, up to here is good, okay? Lady, give your instruction in the dressing room. Let's have a clean match, okay? Good luck, God bless you.
Dan, you referenced the draw. She took her foot off the gas pedal in that fight, and that cost her, and that was her learning curve here. She still has the O, but the draw came because she thought she had the fight won.
Yeah, especially with 4 rounds, Sean. Very hard to win 4-round fights. It's especially with the 2 minutes as well. This is a 6-rounder, so she'll have some more time to work, which should help her style because she is a power puncher.
And that was, in fact, an undefeated fighter that she had that draw to, so that's not any draw.
The hook is her go-to. She loves that shot.
Nice.
And the combination's not bad either.
Morales has what I like to call a colorful box rec. She is 5-5. She's got 3 wins by stoppage, 2 losses by knockout. 34 years old. She's 11 years older than Dove. I saw yesterday at the weigh-ins. She was trying to play little mind games with Dove. Dove wasn't having any of it.
And Dove looks sharp right now, man. Her accuracy on those punches like that.
Sitting down nice with that right hand.
Timing and rhythm. Beautiful.
Much quicker. Randy Morales did all that at the weigh-in yesterday with her 2 small kids that were sitting at the crowd. And as soon as she was done with that Dove, she went to take care of them. That's multitasking.
You can see that amateur game really standing out, man, just to control the rhythm that she has. And she just looks so relaxed in there. Good right hand.
Nat Dove was ringside in Dallas, big overhand right. Morales up against the ropes, finally fights her way off. Nat Dove was in Dallas for the second Taylor Serrano fight. And wide-eyed watching that ringside, knowing that that's where she wants to be one day. Good first round for Nat Dove.
Those were picturesque first rounds, right? Yeah. I mean, if you're a fighter, you can't complain with a first round like that. That was, you showed a little bit of everything there. Just power, like I talked about, sitting down on shots. Look at me. The jab was crisp.
Keep breaking her ass down with that jab. Keep breaking it down. When you're throwing your shots, don't fall too far in. Just keep breaking her the fuck down. Everything's gonna be there. You're gonna feint. She's gonna start dipping. Then I'm gonna start working her. I want you to just break her down with the jab this round. Straight shot. That's clean boxing, right?
Did I mention Philadelphia?
It sounded like a Philly corner.
Give her some water. Water in the corner.
Some expletives as well.
Deep breath. Take on 2. Don't have double jabbing, okay? Let's go, man.
Book.
Oh boy. Great shot.
Not wasting any time here, round 2.
I'm surprised that she only had 1 knockout with the accuracy on her punches. It seems like she has leverage also.
I'll say this is the most fierce I've seen her come out. She always has it. She has an attitude, a good attitude.
Right.
Like the attitude you want for a professional boxer. She fights with a lot of animosity. She fights with a lot of pride too. But I'm seeing a whole new Dove in this fight where she looks even more switched on.
And that's part of the evolution to becoming a pro. In the amateurs, you're fighting for the judges. You're throwing in volume as opposed to trying to hurt somebody and get them out of there.
Antonio Bautista, that's a whole different game.
Oh, yeah, it is. And sitting down on those punches is the transition that we make from amateur to pro.
Right, yeah. Amateur, you're looking to score. You're looking to pity-pat punches.
And in the pros, we're looking to do bodily harm.
And think back to Christy Martin and Layla Ali. There's no amateur setup there, so they obviously came out swinging like that.
Most definitely. They were taught very well. Good right hand. I think that right hand's found a home. She can't miss her with it.
And Morales hasn't landed much of note of anything. She's going to have to find something and find it quick.
Good right hand again. Now I'll be looking for her to follow that right hand up with a short hook, and I think she can get her out of here.
That connectivity between brain and fist is so much faster for Nat Dove that by the time Morales considers what she wants to do, she's getting hit in the face.
That's being 1 step, 2 steps ahead of your person.
And Nat Dove continues on the attack. This is a fighter that learned from that draw.
Good. But that's not the jab that I want. Right there, laying that straight right hand, got to be a hard, stiff jab. Because after that is going to you're going to be able to put some shit together. But you're flicking it. I like that for the beat. I like it. But after you land that too, hard, stiff, fucking jab. Do not stop taking yourself out of range too.
The right hand, man. It's been lethal in this fight so far for Nat Dove.
Be smart.
Morales,
No
I would say
surprise there.
Yeah, Morales, I would say, is active as well, but it's just Dove that's just been way more on point when it comes to connecting, which is the most important thing. Morales is coming out, throwing this round.
Antonio, what are you saying to Morales in the corner? Obviously, when you're up against a fighter that has a different level of speed and skill, what's the change of game plan?
Right there, I'll just try to stay close and try to bang her out. You know, on arm length, she has no chance with Dove. I mean, she's too skillful, technical. I would get inside, bang to the body, and maybe try to slow her down right there. Because from that range, she has no chance. And when she does get inside, you know, Dove is smart enough not to allow her to get off. Just more experience.
$15 different amateur titles for Nat Dove.
Good body shot. Ooh.
Guys, I'm starting to think that draw was probably one of the better things that happened to Nat
No
Dove.
doubt.
She's looked like she's boxing with a little bit more urgency.
Yep.
She is leaving no doubt here. That left hook has found a home. She's going to change her name from No Love to No Doubt.
You see deep, deep breaths off the side of Morales. Those body shots are starting to pay off. And you can see that Morales is starting to wear it.
You can see it on her face. She's getting discouraged as this fight goes on. And I think Dove is gaining more and more confidence right now. Good double hook.
Through 3, this has been the step forward that the Nat Dove camp was hoping for. Dance like nobody's watching.
I need you to just jam a fucking jab straight up the middle. Hey, that's fucking awesome. You boxing great. Okay? Oh, she's great.
Here we saw more of what we saw in the first 2 rounds. We saw in the 3rd round, that was Dove being first, landing often, landing powerful shots, sitting down on her shots. Body work as well. Well, you can see a little more body work from Dove. She's doing a little bit of head hunting. She only landed 6 body shots in this fight. By one tiny critique.
Yep.
Because she's fighting pretty damn good right now.
Stay sharp. Give me them little steps instead of staying there trying to catch and move.
All Nat Dove through 3.
Good jab. Nice.
Look at that, Dove, keeping the distance she wants to keep.
Good shot. Yep. Morales snuck one in then.
Downstairs with a left hook. She did damage with that in the third round. You can see the lower guard from Morales, and that's all about that shot that connected in the last round, like that one.
Those body shots getting in. Now watch Morales' arms start dropping, so she keep landing that right hand and hook.
Yeah, Morales' right hand has come way down to protect against that body shot, and Nat Dove loves that left hook. That could be a recipe for big trouble for Morales.
Morales still showing a lot of heart in here, though. Good shot. There she goes.
There
good,
it is.
Good combination. Right there, I'll advise my fighter to go to the body. It's wide open for her. There you go. Ooh.
That jab.
Yeah, it has been phenomenal.
It's a thing of beauty.
When used right.
When used right. Take it all around the world. A good jab.
This has been great stuff from Nat Dove.
Ooh, she felt that body shot.
That last reaction was not good. She's kind of limping back to her corner. Not dancing back to her corner like she was last round.
Toughen up and jump on these motherfuckers and try it on the gut.
Some of that Philadelphia language is international.
I feel like these replays we're starting to see are almost like carbon copies of the previous round.
These are replays of replays.
Because that's how dominant Dove has been in this fight. She's landing over 50% in all three categories, which is just kind of absurd.
Give me something again. You're punching in 2 punch sequences. That's it.
My official scorecard. She is up 4 rounds to none.
Good jab. I think if Dove continue to go to the body, she can get the results she's looking for if she's trying to stop her inside the distance. It's going to come from a body shot.
Dan, you are exactly right. It feels like Nat Dove took that draw like a fighter would take a loss.
She's, I said, very prideful fighter, and she looked embarrassed after that draw. She wanted to win that fight. She trained really hard too, and you could see that she came out with a little bit of extra venom in this fight.
Good shot. Good double hook.
Double hook has been efficient. The left hook to the body just dropped the guard of Morales.
Good right hand.
Very little that Nat Dove has not done well here.
And it seems like Nat is right in front of her, and she still can't really get the punch off, so she's moving. Good body shot. Stepped in and ripped it.
And the ineffectiveness of Morales and her shots is the result of those body shots. She's had a lot taken out of her.
Right. The starch taken off of her shots.
No doubt.
I think she's pulling it on now.
Yeah,
pulling it on now.
We could be close to the finish line here.
Okay, stop.
She don't want to smother herself right there. Want to give herself punching room. Good right hand. That hurt her.
Morales just instinctively fighting back here. This has just been a gutsy performance.
She is throwing, not effectively, but that's one sign the referee will look at, especially when it's an onslaught like this.
Good right hand.
That's
nice.
it.
She got the stoppage.
A draw in her previous fight that may just have pushed Nat Dove to the next level. A dominant performance. No love, no doubt.
Oh, right here, that left hook landed. But right here, you can see her energy just went through the roof. And she stayed close. She put that pressure on her. And I believe it was a body shot that really started all of the downfall for her, for Vasquez.
It's a good stoppage by Luis Barrow.
Inevitable. I think the inevitable was right there. If not then, the next round for sure.
Team Walton looking on. Ronald Walton, we see back in our ring sometime soon. J.D. Walton as well.
Big Mo will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Luis Pabon calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute 50 seconds of the 5th round, declaring your winner by TKO and still undefeated, Nat Nola Dove.
The numbers will bear this one out. And Morales felt just about all of those 127.
Yeah, she landed over 50% in all 3 categories. Trying to come from the NBA world, that's like hitting 50% from 3, 50% from the field,
and knocking
maybe
down all your free throws.
Yeah, maybe 90% from the free throw line. It was that type of performance from Dove.
And she's with Sibley.
Orlando, we are here. Nat No Love Dove. Got it with the stoppage. What are the thoughts, emotions going through your mind with the crowd shouting, more of that, hook this, hook that, and you were handling business?
Yeah, I kept hearing Jake and Nikisa with the 2-3, finish with the 2-3. And I was like, it's there every time. But I'm very happy. I'm thankful to be a part of MVP, be a part of everything that they're doing, and I'm happy to be on the stage.
Your corner looked a little different, it's the same fam, but some pieces were missing. They're over here ringside. I talked to DJ. He said there was a slight change as far as camp is concerned in Philly doing the sparring. How did that change up what you brought into the ring tonight?
Yeah, so, unfortunately in Georgia there's not a lot of female boxing. So to get my sparring I had to go to Philly. And, it really takes an army to build up a great fighter. And DJ has so much to offer me, so does Bob. And when they do it together, it makes a perfect fighter.
How do we feel going into our future moves from here? It's only going to get better. You continue to sharpen your skills. It looks amazing every time you step in that ring, but what do you see next for yourself?
I see win, I see progress. Every single time I leave this ring, I think about how I can improve and what I can do better, and I'm excited to keep, getting the opportunity to fight.
Listen, on the sides of us, we got some powerful folks as well, just like yourself. Jake, you've seen her since the beginning, her progression, what she's done, and opening out tonight. How does it feel?
Yeah, look, she reminds me a lot of my early career, just improving so much with each fight. A young superstar on the rise. She showed a lot of big improvement tonight, a lot of amazing punches, combinations, putting everything together, going to the body. So this is a star on the rise. She's got a great family behind her, and we're just excited to be with her as a part of the MVP family.
Absolutely. And your chanting back there is going to be in her dreams for the rest of her life now, like the one, hit him with the 1-2. Juana, your turn. You were sitting there, like I said, ringside. The corner looked a little different. What are your thoughts of her performance this evening?
I couldn't be prouder of her. I'm very happy with how she looked this whole camp, looking great, and I'm excited for the next one for her.
Only getting better from here. Congratulations, Orlando. Give it up. Nat No Love Dove.
Another rising star under the MVP banner. Now Dove trying to keep pace with some of the others, and one day hopes to be in a world title fight like Stephanie Hahn will be later on tonight against Paulina Angel. The lightweight world title, part of the main card, coming up on DAZN at 8 o'clock Eastern time. The buzz continues about Joannes Tellez, both welterweight, super welterweight, and flyweight. A lot of confusion, a lot of stuff could be happening here by the time this night is over. You have arrived on Fight Island, very quickly becoming a boxing hotbed here in Orlando. Great stuff here last night, including the sensational U.S. Olympian Jamal Harvey winning his pro debut by TKO, and Jamal Ortiz trying to do the same here tonight. Opponent change here, which disappoint a lot of people. Whenever you have an opponent change, guys, there always could be some danger in fights like that.
Yeah, I know, but when I looked at Batista's record, man, it's really, they really worked hard on getting his record straight. Even though he hadn't lost since 2018, he really hasn't fought anybody of note. So it's his first time in with a real fighter, I believe.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along on the undercard for MVP Fight Night number 1, live here from the Caribe Royale in Orlando, Florida. We arrive at the super lightweight division scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, making his way to the ring, please welcome Ambiotics Batista.
Can't beat this for opportunity. This sport is never short of them. For every fighter that has to drop out. And the loss of Calgary Steve Claggett was a blow, no question. But the dynamic of the short notice fight never seems to disappoint. Ambiotics Batista, 21 pro fights, all in his native Dominican Republic. But talk about having nothing to lose, guys. This is it.
It's a double-edged sword, I think, when you're a late replacement, because you don't have much time to think.
Right.
Sometimes thinking can be the worst thing for fighters when they over-prepare. That cannot be the case here for Batista.
And now his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, making his way to the ring. Please welcome Jermaine Ortiz.
Near misses for championships don't really cut it in Boston anymore these days. What was once a town of could have and should have, curses and what could have been, has now become the city of champions in the 21st century. Jermaine Ortiz from nearby Worcester is on a Tommy Hearns trajectory. The 2 losses far more notable than the 19 wins. 2 what could have been and very nearly was performances against Vasily Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. Now, guys, he is in a new spot, new opponent, heavy favorite. As we said, not always the most comfortable place to be.
Yeah, for a guy that has already challenged for a title, he has to show some separation tonight. You feel me? And I'd like to see him dispatch this kid and get him out of there, Batista, in good fashion. And that puts him right back in title contention.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live around the world on DAZN, this bout is scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds in the super lightweight division. Our judges in charge scoring this bout, Michelle Walker-Serrano, Rose Lassen, and Efrain Lebron. And our referee in charge when the bell rings is Alicia Collins. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 warriors, 1 fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks, he stands 5 feet 10 1/2 inches tall. He weighed in at 138.8 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a professional record of 19 victories versus 2 defeats, with 11 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, introducing Ambiotics Batista. And now his opponent, standing across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the tan trunks with silver trim, he stands 5 feet 7 1/2 inches tall. He weighed in at 143.6 pounds. Tonight, he enters the ring with a professional record of 19 victories versus 2 defeats and 1 draw, with 9 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of Worcester, Massachusetts, representing Box Lab and CES. He is a top contender in all 4 governing bodies. Ladies and gentlemen, Jermaine Ortiz.
Gentlemen, you had your instructions in the dressing room. Obey my commands, protect yourself all times. You're good here, and no more stuff down here. Well, mouthpiece. Give me that mouthpiece.
Jermaine Ortiz has said all the right things about the opponent change, about being ready, about keeping focus in camp. However, Antonio, he missed weight by 4 pounds. What's the first thing? When I told you that today, you had a look on your face that said, that's not a great sign.
It's not. It's usually a sign that camp didn't go great. You wasn't as focused and locked in as you should have been. But I think with the late-minute replacement, maybe he probably just took the foot off the gas a little bit.
Well, it was an uncharacteristic move there from Ortiz to come in, not just maybe a half pound, 4 pounds. That's wasn't even trying to make the weight, but yeah, uncharacteristic from Ortiz.
That's neglect.
Yeah, we're seeing it a lot in boxing these days. Guys coming in 4 or 5 pounds over.
The Lomachenko fight opened so many eyes. As you watched it unfold, you kept waiting for Loma to take over the fight in round 3, round 5, round 7, and it never really happened. He won the fight without question, but it was a put Jermaine Ortiz on the map kind of night.
Same can be said for his performance against Teofimo Lopez.
No doubt.
Keep Teofimo Lopez fit inside of that ring. Really, really close scorecards in that one as well. Those are arguably 2 of the better lightweights of their era. So Ortiz definitely has the ability to see if he can take out an opponent that he is definitely better than.
A lot of times as fighters, we have a tendency to fight down to our competition instead of fight up. And I think Ortiz might be one of those type of fighters. You got to put him there with a real guy if you really want to see him elevate.
That's what everybody wants to see from Ortiz tonight, is that indication that you've gone over that barrier. You can have a dominant performance against a fighter you should have a dominant performance against.
I was at his last fight, I believe it was here. He fought to a decision, and he was a guy that I thought on paper he was much better in. But again, it was a competitive fight, but he did win going away. And it's nice to see separation from these guys that are what we consider, future champions and future stars.
Ortiz is not necessarily known as a knockout puncher. There's 9 stoppages in 20-plus fights. As he looks to prove me wrong here.
Opening up in the corner.
He's a technician. Throws about 50 punches around. He's got good numbers. Like we talked about, his 2 biggest fights he put on outstanding performances. So he's got no problem going the distance.
10 seconds, gentlemen. Listen for that bell.
Through 1.
Brad, hold it, let it out slow again. How you feel?
Right here, Jermaine, again, control. And I'm thinking, if he can have his way like this all night, you know what I mean, where Batiste don't give him anything to worry about, or Jermaine will be right there all night, comfortably winning this fight. My thing is, I want to see that killer instinct come out. You feel me? We don't get paid for overtime, and if a guy ain't on your level, you got to get him out of there.
Well, that's the one thing with Ortiz. I would say the knock on him is that he kind of lacks that at times. I don't know if it's fighting down to his level or it's just being comfortable in cruise control, but I couldn't agree more. I would love to see him get a stoppage here, make a statement.
And if the fighter you're fighting is not on your level, the last guy you don't want to think that is the guy you're fighting. You want to make sure he thinks that too.
Most definitely.
And knows it.
Because if you give him confidence, they'll fight like the Dickens, bro.
Which is what Ortiz learned, which is Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez learned the other way around.
Exactly.
Be even more impressive, too, because Batista's never been stopped before. 21 fights. He's got 2 losses, never been stopped.
And so that's what I would be trying to do, is get a mark on this guy that's never been done before, and knocking him out really sends a message out there to the other competitors in this weight class.
Of course, Dan, you don't want to pull too many threads on that box rack there, do you?
I'm taking a look at it right here.
Good right hand.
Yeah, what's a good one?
Stop. Pada, no punches. Box.
Both fighters are 19-2, but there's different 19-2s.
Right.
Context in boxing is so important. Opposition, where you fight.
Double jab. Good high guard from Ortiz.
Stop. Don't hold him. Box.
And, you know, there's different ways to look dominant and impressive. Everybody loves the highlight knockout, stuff like that. But what you want to see is Ortiz just controlling the fight.
He's doing that right now. Look at that double jab. You can see that he feels as if he was a step above this guy.
Yep. Right, got through.
Good
See that
shot.
head snap back of Batista. Ortiz is starting to warm up.
Stop. No punches. Come on.
Yeah, this is different level stuff from Jermaine Ortiz. Wild shot from Batista.
Ortiz having his way. But he don't want to get sloppy. He want to stay in control.
Another thing, too, he was preparing for Steve Claggett. Steve Claggett also fought Teofimo Lopez. Claggett is one of the most explosive punchers and one of the busiest punchers in all of boxing. Throws over 100 punches around. If you went back and watched that fight with Teofimo, he really brought the fight to Lopez. So, Tarver, you can attest to this. When you're preparing for a guy that throws 100, 110 punches around, now you're fighting a 6 foot, a 140-pounder who doesn't have much of a experience or probably not a lot of tape on him.
Right, well, he was preparing for a much better fighter, of course. And so, right now, it shows. I think Jermaine is in his bag right now. I haven't seen him look this good in a long time.
Well, it took him 2 rounds to warm up. Now he seems like he's in a really good state.
And he want to stay right in front of this guy all night long. Right here, as I'm speaking of, look at that counter right hand came out of the top, and he was still in position to land another right hand. But the fact that he's letting both hands go, that's a mark of a guy that's really on his game right now. I like what I'm seeing with Ortiz, bro. I hate it wasn't Claggett, because I think that fight would have been much more.
It's a banger.
Yeah, a banger, but he's doing enough right now controlling this fight.
If you look at Jermaine Ortiz, it's funny. You can talk yourself into anything. Oh, he missed weight. Oh, it was an opponent change. Oh, it was all this danger. But he has answered all of that through 2 rounds. This is where so much of this fight has been fought. Batista willingly putting his back up against the ropes, and Ortiz teeing off. Now
good
tries the body shot. Yeah.
Ortiz looking good, man. I think he's in this fight mentally. He know he needs a statement type of fight to really get the motion going again in this weight class. But for a guy that's been in there twice with world champions, I think he's right on the cuff.
Not where Batista wants to be here.
Oh!
And a monster shot.
I think he hurt his hand. Something happened.
On his shoulder.
Pulled his shoulder out or something.
This could be over soon.
Yeah, very soon. You saw that look to the corner.
Right now, if it's a hand injury, it's probably numb. But that body shot got him.
And we're done.
Great stoppage. Look at Ortiz.
Hey, we said we wanted to see him step on the gas pedal to get a stoppage.
That don't mean jump on the top rope, bro.
A win is a win, Antonio. Let him get his glory.
But you got to win it all when you jump on the top rope, bro.
You're saying act like you've been there before?
Right, that part.
Man, I'd be doing backflips if I win a fight.
Like you could do a backflip.
No, I can't. I'm going to do it right now. Nope. No, I could never be able to do that.
All right, here's the end.
And this is what it's all about, getting a guy out of there that don't belong in there with you, showing separation. Look at the double uppercut. I think the young man hurt his hand right there. Let me check. We can watch the replay together. Yeah, he hurt it, and that was slapping with his open hand. He almost broke his wrist with that shot. What Ortiz did what he had to do, got right back, body shot, got in.
In the 140-pound division, it's loaded. It's a really good division. Ortiz wants to get right back into the mix. A win is a win, but get back into that win column, work your way back into title contention in a really loaded weight class.
Bautista gave that look to the corner after the first knockdown, like, I don't know if I can go. He was right. And 10 seconds later, it was over. Jermaine Ortiz does what he needed to do, what he was supposed to do, and what he had to do tonight.
There's some big names hovering around that division, too. Hitchens just won that title.
Yeah. Richardson Hitchens, Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, some big names in that division.
Lamont Roach, I heard, is going up to 140.
You see the look on Bautista's face, basically saying, be careful when you take that glove off, because you called it, Antonio, there is something wrong with that left hand and left wrist.
Another name at 140, Gary Antoine Russell.
Oh, he's
stud.
looking for some smoke, too.
He had one of the best performances of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Now Jermaine Ortiz can look at all of those names and think about what's next. He put a big giant check mark next to this night. These highlights will be one way.
And, you know, right there, just mixing it up. He was mixing it up with the right hand, the left hand. He put both hands in action. I think this is a good win for Ortiz, man. He's back, got a knockout. And I bet all those guys right now are putting this name high on that list. It's up next. Maybe a title shot looming.
To Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Alicia Collins calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 32 seconds of the third round, declaring your winner by TKO, and the winner, Jermaine Ortiz.
That's about all you needed to know.
One-way traffic.
8 of 67.
And you have Ortiz landing 43% of his shots. Crisp, powerful, good performance.
Interview. The other side, sorry.
No going down to the level of the competition. Answering any of those who said he might not be ready for a last-minute substitution at a fight like this, Jermaine Ortiz answers all of them and couldn't have been more impressive. He's with Sibley.
Well, congratulations on that win. Before I start getting into the heaviness of all of it and what you've done to lead up to here, how does it feel and what does this win give to you right now?
It's a great win. You know, I'm just happy to be back, stay active, be on this card. It's a great card, and it's just another step for me to fight for that world title.
Yeah, and you quoted as saying, junior welterweight division is wide open. I'm knocking the door down. You're doing it. This fight shows that. We can move past some other fights that we've had in the past. Who are we looking at on the board right now?
Oh, man. I'd like to get a fight with Suriel Matias, you know, another fellow Boricua. I fought a fellow Dominican today, so I don't mind going up against my own kind. You know, I think those make great rivalries. And either him, Gary Russell, you know, we just fought for the WBA, and I know he's the WBA champ. So all of them. But mainly those two, I think, are the two sanctioning bodies we want to go after, and I want to fight those two.
I know you're from Massachusetts, right? But we're here in Orlando right now. We're hanging out in this city in Florida. Do you want to say anything to the people that are in the building tonight and everyone out there watching?
I just want to give a big shout out to all the people who flew down from Massachusetts. Shout out to Worcester, the 508 who's in the building, my family here. A lot of people don't know, but I spent some time here back in the day when I was a kid in Orlando, Florida. So this is a second home to me. I love Orlando, Florida. So thank y'all for having me and showing support always.
Give it up for our winner! Congratulations.
The Red Sox take 3 in a row from the Yankees, and Worcester's Jermaine Ortiz is dominant in his performance tonight in Orlando, scoring a third-round knockout to go to 20-2.
Hey, listen up. Let's have it. We know you've always got your eye on the prize, the championship belt. And why wouldn't you? You're a finely tuned, well-oiled boxing watching machine, capable of consuming over 185 fights on DAZN every year.
We've gone big, we've gone global.
Churning through combinations, comebacks, and non-stop knockouts.
Are you not entertained?
With big fights every week, you're the best in the world. So go on, get that belt. Champ DAZN, undisputed.
We're not just competing, we're inventing. Pushing the boundaries of stamina and speed. We're taking the titles, the big money, and writing history. How you like that? From new challengers to certified legends.
Oh, how about that?
This is where you watch. We're not here to play games. DAZN Women's Sports.
Boxing. Fighting. That's the oldest language in the world. You're not just throwing punches. You're picking up the torch from every single warrior who's ever spoke.
Got some serious heavyweight business to attend to.
Yeah, I like it.
A fighter has a look in his eyes. A look that can tell over 1,000 stories. A look that says, I am not built to that. For I am built to break things. And that is why the fight is so sacred, because win, lose, draw, you are in the story.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And in this game, that's all that matters.
Back here in Orlando, moving forward with our prelims. We've got a lot of action coming your way. Our main event coming up later on DAZN. Yankiel Rivera and Angelino Cordova. I'm really looking forward to this fight because stylistically, on paper, it should be a banger because you got Cordova, who throws close to 80 punches around. And you got Yankiel Rivera, who's the heavier of the punchers, who's the counter puncher. On paper, this should be a great fight. I'm not promising any fireworks, but at least numerically, we can get ourselves a banger of a fight.
Anything could happen. Anything could happen in a Cordova fight.
Yeah, we've seen some wild fights from him. He's had one of the crazier rises to this level where I think 11 of his first 17 opponents were winless. And then from there, he fought JC Martinez, who would be the best fighter on Yankiel Rivera's resume. But in that fight with JC Martinez, he was down twice early. He rallied to get a split decision loss. But then JC Martinez, the fight was changed to a no contest because he popped for PEDs. So Cordova's had a heck of a career so far. And tonight, he fights for a vacant WBA title.
Now, the lightweight world title will be on the line later on tonight with Stephanie Hahn making the first defense of that title. Very excited about her performance last time out in winning that title under the MVP banner. She will defend against Paulina Angel. And there are some... Holly Holm's going to be in the building tonight to watch Jennifer Hahn, who has sort of followed in those footsteps. She is just an extraordinary story. You want to talk about multitasking. Full-time police officer, mother of two, and oh yeah, a world champion as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight as well. I mean, you have a classic matchup here with Han taking on Paulina Angel, who's upset-minded. With Holly Holm in attendance, we want to set up, MVP wants to set up Han versus Holm. But we've seen this in boxing recently, Tarver. You can attest to this. It's like we can't make these big fights just yet because that could upset the apple cart. You know, Angel could come in here and say, "I want to fight Holly Holm." Like, what are we doing here? Let's let this happen first before we make a big fight.
Yeah, that used to be a bad omen, but things have changed. It's
happening all the time in boxing now.
It's a new day and age, bro.
One of the many world titles on the line later on tonight. We're going to see, well, a bunch of different world champions tonight. We're about to see Jasmine Artiga, who was very impressive in her performance in winning the title. Tampa native, and I have a lot of people here in the building in Florida. This is a revolution in women's boxing. It's happened under the MVP banner. And just when you think you've seen the next big superstar, here comes another one and another one and another one.
Right, Jasmine Artiga just picked up her world title, so she's already reached the pinnacle and wants to unify now. We just saw Nat Dove, who is, fifth or sixth fight. She's climbing up the ranks. I just think it's becoming a more of a healthier sport where we're seeing fighters come from the amateur ranks and fill out the first 10 fights. We're seeing mega fights like Serrano and Taylor. We're seeing fights like Jasmine Artiga, who's now defending world championships. So I think the main thing in women's boxing, we need to fill out those divisions, and I'm starting to see that.
And I like Jasmine, man. I've been knowing her for a few years now. Her and her father, she's been diligently working so hard to be able to showcase her talent on a platform like this. And if you've never seen Jasmine fight, you're in for a treat. I like her. She reminds me of little Lomachenko with her energy and the aggressiveness that she has.
High praise.
She
very high
fight,
praise.
bro. She can fight.
It really is an extraordinary thing when you think about the young amateur fighters who are starting now have a path to follow, and the professionals just starting out are at Taylor Serrano in Texas, in the big stadium. They're at Madison Square Garden, and they're all saying, I want to be a part of that. It's all building on itself.
Yeah, we see the biggest fights, right? Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, Alicia Baumgartner stepping in the ring against Michaela Mayer. But that's great. I mean, and we want all of these fighters to reach that mountaintop, but there has to be something in between. And I think we're starting to see that in women's boxing. We're filling in the other parts, where these divisions are starting to fill out, and we're getting title shots, we're getting title defenses, and one day they could step into the ring and put on a show like Taylor and Serrano did 3 times.
And what makes MVP such a great company is that they have the prospects, the contenders, and then the champions.
Yeah, exactly.
There's levels.
Like an
that
ecosystem.
they can gain, most definitely.
All right, we're talking about Jasmine Artiga, another MVP world champion, and she will defend her title next.
For Celsius, fuel I can feel good about. I'm gonna need it. I'm training for life. From after-school pickups to meal prep to a 12-hour night shift. I don't have time to get ready. I've got to stay ready.
Dawn Patrol starts with a Celsius. I got a whole day to seize. First it's cardio, then it's a race against the clock. Refuel. I've got 48 to do in 24.
It's 4:49 a.m. Grab a Celsius, lock in. I've got a goal to hit and a deck to conquer. A party to be the life of and all the essential energy I need to do it.
We're inventing, pushing the boundaries of stamina and speed. We're taking the titles, the big money, and writing history. From new challengers to certified legends. This is where you watch. We're not here to play games. DAZN Women's Sports.
Back in Orlando, history tonight, the inaugural MVP Fight Night. 4 title fights. This is the first as we get our look at Jasmine Artiga, who won the title in her last time out. She will be the heavy crowd favorite tonight in Orlando.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Caribe Royale here in Orlando, Florida for MVP Fight Night 1. Brought to you by Jake Paul and Nikisa Badarian's Most Valuable Promotions in association with Amari Piedra of Box Lab Promotions. And we now have arrived at the main event of our prelim card, and it is for our very first world title of the evening, 10 two-minute rounds for the WBA Super Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, making her way to the ring. Please welcome Lynn Sandstrom.
When you think of two-sport athletes, you're thinking Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Charlie Ward. It's always baseball and football and basketball. Even in combat sports, it's boxing and MMA. Holly Holm, spoiler alert, who you may see later tonight, Savannah Marshall, Anderson Silva. You know what you don't see much? Boxing and table tennis. But nothing about Lynn Sandstrom is what it seems. Brazil to Sweden to Australia, a marketing major, modeling influencer. She's all of those things. After her first world title challenge fell short last year, an amazing opportunity tonight. And if anyone can put an unexpected spin on this one, it'd be a table tennis champion.
I was totally expecting you to say MMA.
True.
Muay Thai, karate, table tennis.
Table tennis.
And now her opponent, the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner, the pride of Tampa, Florida, Jasmine Artiga.
Some people fight for the fame, some people fight for the money, some people fight for the attention. But our champion, she fights for a purpose. She fights to inspire. She fights for the next generation. She fights for us. Her name is Jasmine Artiga.
Yeah, you can be the greatest. You can be the best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can beat the world. You can beat the war. You can talk the guy, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up. You can beat the clock. You can move a mountain. You can break rocks. You can be a master. Don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you go by yourself.
Flanked by the students she now teaches. I don't know where you were on May 27th, but if you were in Tampa, you may have noticed it was Jasmine Artiga Day. Tampa Bay Lightning have won 3 Stanley Cups. Tom Brady brought Tampa its 2nd Super Bowl, but the city had never had a boxing world champion until Jasmine Artiga beat Regina Chavez in April. An athlete that just needed the right outlet, and look at how she has given back. She tried basketball, soccer, tennis, even starred in the ill-fated and outrageously unwoke lingerie football league right out of high school, but now has become a world champion, a role model, the pride of Tampa, Florida, and guys, she is just getting started.
Her style is really a fan-friendly style. She really gets at it. She knows how to fight, and man, I just think the fans are going to be in for it tonight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live around the world on DAZN from the Caribe Royale here in Orlando, Florida. This is the main event of our prelim card. 10 two-minute rounds for the WBA Super Flyweight Championship of the world. Our 3 judges scoring this bout at ringside: Jeremy Hayes, Robert Hoyle, and Nelson Vasquez. And our referee in charge when the bell rings is Massimo Montanini. And now, ladies and gentlemen, two warriors, one fight. Who wants it more? Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, the challenger. Wearing the blue trunks with white trim, she stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighed in at 114.6 pounds. Tonight, she enters the ring with a professional record of 10 victories versus 3 defeats and 3 draws, with 2 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And she fights out of Waterloo, Australia, by way of Växjö, Sweden. She is ranked #1 by the WBA. Ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Sandstrom. And now her opponent, the defending champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with gold trim. She stands 5 feet 5 1/2 inches tall. She weighed in at 114.2 pounds. Tonight, she enters the ring undefeated as a professional, 13 victories, opposite no defeats and 1 draw, with 6 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and proudly representing Tampa, Florida, USA. She is the current reigning, and tonight for the first time, the defending WBA Super Flyweight Champion of the world. She is the first ever world champion, born and raised in Tampa, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine Artiga.
Okay, respect the rules and respect each other. No low blow, no behind the head, and no holding. When I say stop, stop, a breaker, you go back. You understand? Touch him up.
For the Super Flyweight World title, we are underway in round 1. Artiga, the animal. She will be the aggressor in the black glove. Sandstrom, the more classic boxer in the white glove.
Right away, Artiga's going to look to assert her physical attributes and her physical advantages. We're seeing that early on.
That's the style I was telling you about. She let both hands go, but again, she never really faced anyone that really had skill and talent. You feel me? So when you're in there with someone that can fight back, then you really want to know what she has there as far as processing this game. But she looks good right now, strong.
Again, if you're new to the women's game, 2-minute rounds makes a huge difference. Big part of the conversation in the Taylor Serrano trilogy was should they fight 3-minute rounds. That's a good counter left from Sandstrom to keep Artiga honest.
Sandstrom needed to land that because it was starting to get overwhelming, and she just landed something of note. It kind of stopped Artiga in her tracks a little bit, got the respect. That was a crucial shot.
And Artiga's not used to that because the people that she normally fight just covers up. They don't set the counter shot up. Good body shot.
Good first round for the champion. Started driving her into the corner, and it ends that way.
No rush to my friend.
All Ortega.
It's just energy, combination punch, and aggressiveness that's really giving it to her.
I scored it for Ortega, but Sandstrom did have a nice little moment in there that I feel like she very much needed when she landed that. I mean, it was only one shot, but I mean, one shot in 2 minutes could be a difference, but she needed to land that, Sandstrom.
It was a keep you honest shot.
Exactly.
If Sandstrom want to win this fight, I think she may need to think about backing, you know, Jasmine up a little bit. We don't know if Jasmine can fight on a back foot going backwards.
Yeah, she hasn't really had to.
Right.
We're talking a lot about Ortega and her first defense. Sandstrom's coming off of a really big win. WBA gold super flyweight win over in Australia over Venezuela's Jocelyn Fernandez. Australia is seeing a little bit of a resurgence in women's boxing right now.
But we're starting to see that everywhere.
Yeah.
Serrano and Taylor going worldwide. And so many women realizing what's now possible. Antonio, talk to me about the pros and cons of fighting at home with everybody here supporting you. It seems like that could be a blessing or a curse.
It depends on how you look at it. If your friends and the people that you associate with are going to be a distraction, you want to have them at arm's length right now. Only the intricate part of your team, you know, the people that's been in the camp with you, grinding with you, those are the guys and the people that are really in your corner. After the fight, then you can get to bring all those guys in. But right now, it's protection.
Talking about these legendary Antonio Tarver after parties?
Yeah.
I was too young for those. I couldn't go to those.
Would you have made the list anyway?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
For sure.
Another thing, too, what about your first defense when you go from hunting to now being the hunted?
Yeah, that's right. You know, it's good that her fans can come here. The fact that she's even fighting this close.
These are good shots here.
That they can come out and support her, because this is what really builds us. This is what builds us up, the fan support. And she has it tonight.
Sandstrom living through these moments now where she's trying to figure out a puzzle she hasn't seen. That right hook landed. An even better second round for the champion.
Nice left hand, nice hook. I mean, all the punches that she throw are accurate, they're in position. I just like her style, right there, straight right hand. But she did get countered. She got to be able to keep that chin down with better fighters.
High volume.
You can just look at that. I mean, 122 punches in 2 rounds, and she's landing too. It's been a blitz from Jasmine Ortega.
Wide-eyed as the champion as we begin round 3.
That was a little scary.
That was, especially if you're the one on the other side of it.
There goes Sandstrom's landing some shots.
That camp for Ortega not only includes her father, who is an accomplished amateur boxer, her 95-year-old grandmother, her biggest fan,
nice.
Who is here and watching these combinations land.
Come on, give me some more body shots. Get that jab when you come in. When you come in, yeah. Come in, go that jab.
Ortega trying to put some of these body shots in the bank now.
There's too much of that. Sandstrom with her back on the rope.
Left got through. A left uppercut started this blitz. Sandstrom in some trouble here along the ropes.
A couple more clean.
We're done.
There it goes. Nice man. Top rope again.
Wow, that was really impressive.
Great job.
That was more than and still. That was you better believe it.
That was a statement, like, I'm here.
Here's the scary thing, guys. She's the champ, and she's getting better.
Most definitely.
Another scary thing is Lynn Sandstrom is ranked #1 by the WBA. You know, this is a very strong first defense, and she went in and blitzed her out of there.
Very impressive title defense at home, close to home here in Orlando. And this is it. Look at the speed on her power, the control, the pop. You know, she's throwing those punches with deadly intention.
Listen, her weight class isn't exactly star-studded, but 3 pounds below Artiga is who I believe is probably the most talented women's fighter today, not named Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor, Gabriela Fundora.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Maybe they can meet up one day, and I'm looking very much ahead, but I love to be a matchmaker. Fundora and Artiga. Let's start building that right now.
Most definitely, man. That'll be 2 women that truly knows what to do with those hands. I like that matchup.
A night that began with her being walked to the ring by her students ends up with Jasmine Artiga teaching the lesson. And by the way, that's a teacher when she tells you to do something, you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening. These are like movie-esque scenes here. This is like she's making her first defense near her hometown. She has all these kids, students here. Gets a knockout win. I mean, it couldn't go any better for Jasmine Artiga.
This is a dream of a night for the Artiga camp.
Gets the salute from Jake Paul.
She wants her students with her in the ring. She's earned that right. She's easier to get into than Antonio's after parties.
Yeah, right. Letting everybody in this club. Everyone's coming in.
That's great.
You thought Mo felt big before. Still have some business to attend to. Big Mo will take care of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Massimo Montanini calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 1 second of the 3rd round, declaring your winner by TKO and still the WBA Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Jasmine Artiga.
A generation of students to look up to her, and now an entire division looking up to her as well. Going to see a lot of Jasmine Artiga in these highlights. She backed Sandstrom to the ropes immediately, and it felt like the whole fight took place there.
Yeah, that right hook, again, down to the body. But again, she's leaving that head up high. She's going to have to tighten that up. That'll prevent the counter shots. Uppercut with the left hand, body shot. I mean, I think there's just too much pressure in the referee.
She's throwing everything with mean intentions. Right from the opening bell on her front foot. Didn't really take a step backwards. But Sandstrom just didn't have any answers for that.
Landing those shots with leverage. Great win. Great win by Jasmine Artiga.
The uppercut was the beginning of the end. And that was the end of the end. First title defenses don't get more impressive than that from Jasmine Artiga. The teacher is with Sibley and school is in session.
School
is absolutely in session. From the walk out to the end. First of all, we got the kids here with us. You're trying to make all of us emotional. I know that's what's happening.
I tried my hardest not to cry on the ring walk, but I had to hold it together.
You held it together and you handled business in the ring. Don't hide the belt, put it up. And still, Jasmine's got it on. Listen, it's got to feel good to come out here defending your belt, to be able to do that with someone ranked like her up there. What does that mean for you, and the confidence booster, too, to just keep on going after this?
Absolutely. You know, she was the #1 ranked girl, so we knew we had a test in front of us, but she came to crash the party, but, you know, and still more to come.
I know that your dad's in your corner. We got Nonito. He's back again up here in your corner. You've had him on a few of your fights now. And Grandma is in the building. She came all the way out. If you don't follow Jasmine on social, you need to now. Her grandma is the star there, right? You share it with her.
My grandma is forever the star, and she reminded me this morning the job I had to do today. So God bless her and my whole team. I have a real strong village behind me. My manager, Peter Kahn. I have the Donaire family behind me. Jake, Paul, Nikisa, Amanda Serrano, all of MVP. You can't do this alone. You can't do this alone. And my kids, most of all, like, you guys impact me so much more than you even begin to think about. So I love you guys, and yeah.
Are you proud of her? Yeah! There you go. Now listen, you know I have to ask. You calling some shots? You got any names out there that you're looking forward to next?
Listen, I always say I don't do names. It's up to my manager to make that decision, but I welcome anybody. I would love to unify the division, so whatever belt's next, let's do it.
You heard her, and still, she can't lift up the belt because she's wearing it. Kids, let's show everybody. Congratulations. Congratulations, you guys.
Pretty amazing when you find your purpose. And Jasmine Artiga has done that on top of the division, seemingly on top of the world right now. And this was as dominant a performance as stats. I think they don't even tell the story of how dominant this was.
Right, look at just 161 punches thrown in that short of a span. The amount of torque and the amount of leverage, like you said, Antonio, they have on those. Yeah, that was a dominant first offense by Jasmine Artiga.
Jasmine Artiga closes the show in the prelims. She does it in style. At the top of the hour here on Fight Island in Orlando, the first ever MVP Fight Night, going to be headlined by two monster fights and puzzle pieces, both at flyweight and super welterweight. We talked about Stephanie Hahn. If you guys will just bear with me for a second, I want to talk about Roger Gutierrez, because everyone expects Lucas Body to win this fight. He is teed up here to go to the next level. I think this is a dangerous fight for him. Listen, we've seen bad performances from Roger Gutierrez when he lost the title, trying to climb his way back up. But this guy has been a world champion before, and Lucas Body doesn't have, he has the win that went viral, but he doesn't have a lot of quality wins over veterans like Gutierrez.
And Lucas will tell you this. He said, This is the toughest fight of my career, because I'm facing a guy who has an outstanding resume. I'm facing a former world champion. Gutierrez won a world title over Rene Alvarado. Yes, he did drop the belt to Hector Garcia, who went on to fight Tank Davis and put up a decent fight there too. But you're right, Gutierrez is a former world champion. You got that pedigree. Once a champ, you have that. That's the pinnacle of the sport. So I expect to give him to give Body really tough rounds.
And if I was Lucas Body, man, I'll be feeling like, Rodney Dangerfield right now. I can't get no respect. I knock a guy out. I get knockout of the year. My record is standing at 19-0 and 15 knockouts, and we're talking about Gutierrez right now. It's Lucas Body, man. I believe this kid is right there looking at his championship contention when you look at how he knocked out Seal. And if he can show good tonight at 20-0, he's on a roll, bro. 20-0, 15 knockouts. He's on a roll.
You're channeling Mason Dixon right now. Not being able to get respect.
He's in character.
He's always in character. And so, too, for some of the fighters we saw, like Nat Dove on the prelim show. She was very impressive, a step forward in her performance as she stays unbeaten, going to 6-0-1. Jermaine Ortiz needed to answer those who said he wouldn't be ready. He did with a third-round knockout. And Jasmine Ortega, a phenomenal first title offense. We will see you top of the hour for MVP Fight Night 1.